Hello friends, and welcome back to Random Hearts. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all of you. I hope that you've had a great day. We are actually on March 17th right now. We are filming this on March 17th, but I am not going to make the same mistake I did with the Pie Day video. I attempted to make that entire video, the dish, the video, edit, and upload it all in one day, and it was a disastrous nightmare. And maybe I'll give you a little bit of that story while I'm cooking this meal tonight. But today is actually St. Patrick's Day, and we are going to make a dish that I consider a pretty good alternative to the traditional corned beef and cabbage. I'm not a huge fan of corned beef. I don't like its fatty texture, and this has a similar flavor combination without all that fat content that I feel like you get from corned beef. So tonight we're going to be making a sausage and cabbage skillet, and let's just go ahead and get started. I'll tell you what the ingredients are you're going to need. Here is what you will need for tonight's dish. You are going to need approximately 16 ounces or 1 pound of Polska Kielbasa sausage that has been sliced. You will also need 5 strips of thickly sliced bacon that has been cut into 1-inch pieces. You are going to need a ½ cup of red onion that is also chopped. We are going to need approximately 1 medium head of green cabbage. This has been wedged. I did choose to make this pieces a little smaller tonight, just for ease of eating. You'll also need 2 cups of chicken broth. And this is approximately 3 carrots that have been peeled and sliced. And we'll also need some salt and pepper to taste, but this is pretty much all we need for tonight's dish, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I've got a 12-inch skillet here. It is heating right now on medium heat. I will need a lid for this skillet, so if you don't have a lid, you need to have a skillet that has one. But we're going to start by cooking our kielbasa here. And I think my skillet is plenty hot enough to go ahead and get this started. I'm going to kind of spread that out. Feel like my skillet might be a little bit too hot, so I'm going to bring that down just a little. And I just want those to brown up. Trying to get a single layer here is a little difficult. So while this is cooking, I do want to mention something that I've kind of noticed with a few products lately. This was supposed to be 16 ounces or 1 pound of sausage, and the original recipe I have was based on the traditional packaging that Hillshire Farms puts their sausage in. But I noticed today that it said 14 ounces. So they're cutting corners with production and basically trying to get away with something looking similar but not having the same amount of food in it. I noticed it the other day with some Philadelphia cream cheese as well. My original packaging used to be 8 ounces, and now it is 7.5 ounces. So they're just cutting corners. Companies are trying to cut costs, I'm sure, and make it visible, not quite as visible to customers. But sometimes I feel like that's a little dishonest. So this is not quite 16 ounces of sausage. This is 2 ounces short. Just so you know, this is fully cooked sausage when it comes out of the package. So all I'm really doing here is just browning the outsides to get a good flavor note into the pan. Those brown bits that are getting stuck on the bottom there, those will make a great flavor combination with the onion and the bacon that I'm going to put in this same skillet in just a few minutes. So here in a minute, I am going to go ahead and put this sausage onto a paper towel lined plate. That is so that it can not only drain and I'll lose some of the excess fat that's on the outside of this, but I will be putting that into a very low heat oven, just a warm oven to keep it warm. because we won't need this sausage until the very end of the dish when I am getting ready to plate it up. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and take those off. Now our next step will be to add the bacon and the onions, and I'm going to go ahead and put those in together. So we're going to go ahead and put that bacon in there. I'm also going to turn down my heat just a little on this skillet. We're going to let this bacon brown up and the onions become a little more translucent. And you can see we are cleaning off or deglazing the bottom of this pan. The onion juices, the bacon grease, that's all working really nicely to take care of that sausage. Okay, I'm going to get rid of these tongs. I don't need them. Well, maybe I will hold on to them. The cabbage might be easier to stir with the tongs than the spoon. I do have a spoon ready, but yeah, I'm thinking the tongs might actually do a better job. So as soon as this bacon begins browning, I'm going to go ahead and add my cabbage. And I've got some fairly large pieces of cabbage here. This is almost an entire cabbage. I had a 2.9 pound cabbage, and it really probably should just be a medium cabbage, about 2 pounds or less. So I had a little bit too much. So this is not quite one entire cabbage. And before you ask, I did not grow this cabbage. It was a store-bought cabbage. Our cabbage has been gone for quite a while now. I am planning to start my cabbage seeds indoors here within the next couple of days, and that should be pretty exciting because they should be ready by the end of May to plant outdoors. These onions are really starting to become translucent. I just want to let this cook a little bit, so I'm just going to let this sit. I'm not going to touch it for about 3 minutes. All right, I think I am ready to go ahead and add that cabbage. My bacon is looking really good. The onions, you can see they have really gotten small, almost clear. Okay, we are ready for that cabbage. This is going to seem like a lot, but it will break down just like kale does. So while this is breaking down, I think I'll talk to you about what happened with that pie video. So basically, I had everything ready. We ate dinner at 7 o'clock like we normally do. And I was just waiting. I had the video pretty much edited. I was just waiting for our final shot with the pie slice and the ice cream. So I got all that done. I went up and started working on finishing the editing on the video. I had it basically done and ready to go out by 9 o'clock that night. And we have really, really slow internet here. So a video of that size usually takes about 2 hours to upload. So I went ahead and started uploading about 9 o'clock. And by 10 o'clock, I had finished my part of the video. I had done all the description parts, the tags in it, the language, all of it was done. But I'm going to go ahead and add that 2 cups of broth now. And I'm just finishing this off because it was a leftover from another meal. So that probably was pretty close to 2 cups. It might have been just a little bit over. Anyways, I went ahead and I knew I had about half of the video uploaded already at 10 o'clock. So I went ahead and stopped what I was doing and left the computer doing its job. I had everything on my end done. I was just waiting for the video to actually upload to YouTube. Anyways, I decided to go ahead and brush my teeth. I left the computer maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes tops while I was brushing my teeth. And in that time frame, we lost internet access. Our internet provider sometimes is not the greatest, and I really can't do much to fix that. But we did lose our internet for a very short amount of time, but it was enough to cause problems with the YouTube upload. And I could do nothing but delete the video after it came back on. Having to delete my entire upload and start over was a complete bummer. I also knew I had at least 2 hours before it would be up on YouTube. But we're just gonna go ahead and turn the heat down a little bit here, put the lid on, and let this simmer for about 20 minutes. All right, this has been cooking for about 15 minutes. And you can see my cabbage is starting to break down a little. I've got quite a lot of moisture in here, but my carrots are not quite done yet. So I'm going to leave the lid on this for a little bit and just let it steam, do its thing. It smells amazing. My husband's already commented on that. I don't make this dish very often. I'm not a huge cooked cabbage fan. So to be honest, corned beef and cabbage is definitely not one of my favorite dishes. So we'll get the lid on that and continue cooking that for about 10 more minutes. Oh, this is looking good. My carrots are still a little bit on. They would probably be perfect if I didn't have braces right now, but I got to be really careful with that. So I'm going to have to cook those a little bit longer than usual. But right now in this state, this is about where you want it. The cabbage is all cooked down. Yeah, the carrots have a really vibrant color to them. They still got a little bit of texture to them. So normally this is where you would want it to be, but like I said, I need to cook those carrots just a smidgen longer. All right, we're going to go ahead and turn this off. I'm going to ditch the lid. So I'm going to go ahead and serve this up. I did not add salt and pepper to the dish. We're going to do that at the table. It does have a little bit of a soupy consistency, and we're going to sop that up with some fresh bread. But this is all there is to this cabbage skillet. You're just going to add some of those pre-cooked sausages right on top. And this is a delicious alternative to corned beef and cabbage as far as I'm concerned. So I will eat this. I have a real hard time with the others. Well, friends, that's going to do it for us tonight. We made our sausage and cabbage skillet. We have a lovely loaf of fresh baked bread. Our daughter brought that over to us the other day. So that will accompany this dish quite well, especially since it's a little on the soupier side. I just wanted to use up that broth, and so I probably added a little bit too much, but it works just fine as a little bit of a soup type dish. And this will be a great change of pace for anyone that is not a fan of corned beef. If you're not a fan of cooked cabbage, it still has cooked cabbage in it. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and eat our dinner. I did want to mention the lighting issue in here tonight. We had time change. And so daylight savings time always kind of messes with things because it's definitely not a gradual change like normal. But so the lights in the room are kind of at that twilight hour and it's kind of leaving a blue tone to everything. But I will leave a full recipe for this in the description. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave those in the comment section. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. That helps us out a lot so we know what kinds of videos you guys are liking and what you want to see more of. So we hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.